My love and blessings. Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Yathagnirdahika shakti Ramakrishne stita hiya sarva vidya swarupam tam sharadam pranamamyaham. Namah Shri Yatirajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukhaswarupaya Swamine Tapaharine. Start with the Sharada Kavacham. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Atha Shri Sharada Kavacham Paramarthasya Praptyartham Dehamarpitamastu me Jnana Vairagya Siddhyartham Bhikshayache cha Sharade. Om Sarva Shaktyatmikaye Shri Sharada Devyai Namaha. Om Punatu Nasharada Devi Punatu Parameshwari Charanam Pavitram Vitatam Puranayena Putastarati Dushkritani Tena Pavitrena Shuddhena Puta Ati Papma Namaratintarema. Shariran kranuhi yajna shamalanno bhayang kranuhi vishwataha. Sharada purasta acharada paschata acharadottarata acharada dharata acharada nassuatu sarvata atigam sharadano rasatam sarogya dirghamayuhu. Sarvato devitvanna pahi pahi samantat. Yata sarvamidam jatam yena sarvamidam tatam. Yadekam avyaktam anantarupam vishvam puranam tamasah parastat. Yajjantor nihitam guhayam taddarshaya bhayam pradehi. Om Tatsat-swarupinyai cha vidmahe Sharada Devyai cha dhimahi tannaschinmayi prachodayat. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Take up your life a bit seriously. Life must go joyfully. With all things, Mother Nature has provided us everything for a comfortable, joyful life here. At the same time, you must make constant efforts, unbroken consistency to transcend and go. One mind, one part of mind must be always there. Oh, I have to. Time is going, life is ending. We don't know when the last moments come. I have to finish my task. I have to finish. For the having come to this world, what all I have to attain in the secular world as well as in the spiritual world, we have to finish and go. So there is no much time for frivolities of life. Life must go a bit seriously. Everything will be there. See that after you wake up, You don't waste time. You need not spend much time in spiritual practices. Convert your life into a yajna, constant sacrifice at the feet of God. That is most important part. Waking hours, you need not cut down the sleep also. Nowadays, I have started sleeping again 3 hours a day. I was sleeping 4 hours. I felt, oh, I can save 1 more hour for my sleep. 3 hours are more than sufficient for me now. I don't need rest also in between. I can continuously keep myself engaged. You need not do that. Little time, when you waking time, don't waste. Do all things. Joyfully live without any disturbance. We are here, we are Ananda Swarupa. We must have the Ananda within us at all times. Wherever you go, you must radiate that joy of living. You must have the peace within. Spread peace wherever you go. If you don't waste time, time is sufficient for us to transcend the nature and go beyond. Lot of time God has given us. A mosquito or a fly, house fly, is supposed to live for 100 days or something like that. A few days, a month and a half maximum. Within that, its whole life cycle is over. From egg state, emerging out, passing through all the transformation, old age, death also will be over within a month's time. But for us, God has given 100 years. And which intelligence He has given, sufficient to live happily and transcend and go. Don't carry things. Be lived joyfully without carrying and caring for the future too much. Plan nicely, offer it to God, and go on moving about. Past you never look unless it is going to guide you in the future. Don't carry things. It will waste lot of time. Yesterday what happened? He told like that, she told like that. That's the wasting of time. Carrying certain things which people have told, which is not going to be there, not going to help. All those unimportant things, just brush aside and start walking. So, I want to tell you something about Yajnavalkya's one life is there. So, what I was telling is about Yajnavalkya, how for every one of us, 2 things are in front of us. One is what is good, other is what is pleasant. Pleasures of life and what is good. So one is called Shreyas, what is good. Other is called Preyas, what is pleasant, gives pleasure to me. Yajnavalkya had 2 wives, Katyayani and Maitreyi. The clear examples of Shreya and Preya. Katyayani was like a normal householder wife. She was interested in all things that is laukika, pertaining to this world. Maitreyi, on the other hand, was seeking always what is transcendental, what is nitya, shashvata. So she was seeking Shreyas, she was seeking prayers. Life goes off in no time. The Yajnavalkya Rishi, who has attained everything to honor the scriptures, he wants to renounce and go away. The 4th part of life, the upper classes are supposed to renounce everything and take sannyasa during the old age. So he is ready to go. He calls his wives and tells, I want to go for sannyasa now. I am going to renounce and go away. Before I go, I want have my property. I want to divide amidst you two. All these years you were there with me as life partners. Now I am leaving and going. So you continue your life so that your life will be happy, joyful and comfortable with all things. I am going to divide this property and go. Katyayani is very glad. Nobody is surprised that her husband is going away. Their husband is going away. Because in those days, after 60 to 70 is Vanaprastha, 72 he has to go for sannyasa. Just like a boy grows up and he goes to school at the age of 5 or so, we don't worry. It is expected. A girl grows up and gets married, goes to her husband's house. It is not something surprising. So his going for sannyasa is also not something surprising. So they accept. Then Katyayani is very happy that she says, I don't want any property. First thing I want to ask you, Maitreyi tells, will this wealth which you are going to give me, will it make me immortal? Will it give me immortality? He says, never. Money can never give you immortality. Just like you cannot buy certain things. You can buy medicine, you cannot buy health. Like that, you cannot buy mukti, you cannot buy. Money cannot bring. Na karmana, na prajaya, dhanena, tyagena ike amritatva manusho. You cannot get through any kind of action. I am going to do this, that, so many things. No. You are going to build up some ashramas, you are going to build up some wells and social work and all that. Will I get? No. Through work, through progeny, you have got lot of children, this, that. No. Similarly, wealth, dhanena, no. Tyagena, only through renunciation of all internal desires. Work will be there, duties of life will be there, householder has his own duties to perform. All those duties, unattached he has to do and offer it at the feet of God. Through that alone you will reach. Then she says, then I don't want that wealth. You give everything to Katyayani. But what you have got in your life, you have earned. You have earned wealth, you have earned the spiritual wealth also. I don't want to take this physical wealth, which is not going to give me immortality. Give me the other earning that you have, the spiritual earning to me, and go. He is very happy. Katyayani leaves the place and goes off with and then she has to cook, she has to do everything, look after. Maitreyi sits at the feet and begs, give me the spiritual wealth. He says, this is what I was expecting. I want to give somebody, nobody is there to ask. Ramakrishna also last days he says, Kare va boli, kei ba shune. Whom shall I tell? Who will listen to me? Like the Yajnavalkya is waiting after realization to give. Then Maitreyi says, give spiritual wealth and go. Then he says, sit. If you also join. And he goes on telling, like Vivekananda. Once Vivekananda, one of his disciple comes and asks, what is Maya? Swamiji will be alone. he is also alone, comes and asks, what is Maya? Swamiji looks at him. He sees eye to eye to his disciple and asks, have you any desire within you? Any other desire you have? The disciple just bows down, gets up and goes out. He doesn't reply. He just goes out. He sits alone in a corner, checks self-analysis, self-introspection, goes through every corner of his mind, heart. After some time, again he comes and says to Swamiji, no, I have none. I have no desires. Then Swamiji is so happy. Then sit, listen. Swamiji goes on expounding, one by one, one by one. Each telling, one on screen of Maya is being removed. And he'll be wondering, then last he is having the Savikalpa Samadhi. He is seeing his Ishtadevata. Then Swamiji says, enough for today, and gets up and goes off. See, that first condition is there any other desire in your heart? Yajnavalkya sees through his spiritual eyes, a man of realization. He says, sit, I will give you. He begins his description. All people you see in the world love. What do they love? Some persons or some objects of world. But what are they really loving? Is husband loved for the sake of husband? He says no. He is not loved for the sake of his husband's sake. Nobody loves husband. For Atman's sake, Atmanastu Kamaya Pati Priyo Bhavati. Husband becomes beloved because Atman is there in it. You are actually seeking Atman. You don't know. Suppose that he dies and the dead body is there. Body is there. Who is going to love? Bharya bhibyati tasmin kaye. Even the wife gets frightened to go near the dead body. All she was clinging to dead body, she is now afraid to go near. So, it is Atman which is there. You may be loving some object. You may be loving coffee. I love coffee. But you are not loving that actually. You are not loving coffee. You are searching for Atman. Eternal joy, eternal bliss, eternal peace. He says all that too. Then one by one he goes on expounding. One by one screen is opened. And her pure heart, see, saints have been telling us from ancient time constantly, just whatever you have to experience joys and sorrows according to your karma, it will come to you. Don't run after enjoyments. Don't crave for enjoyment. Enjoyments will come to you according to your karma. But running after enjoyment as a vasana, you have to leave it. That Shreya and Preya in Kathopanishad, Yama tells about this. Shreyascha Preyascha Manushya Etav. They both come to man equally. The Dhiraha, one who is endowed with proper intelligence and who wants to enter into the inquiry and to reality, Satyanveshana, he wants to do. He will analyze. Oh, this is Shreya, this is Preya, this is Shreya, Preya. Thakur used to take money and coins and gold coins and clay in hand. Mati taka taka mati, mati taka taka mati. Both he will throw away. Like that, the internal realization that Shreya I want, I don't want Preya. That giving up. In the Marathi there is one song. What is that? विषयांचे सुख द्वाड येते आहे बहु गोड पुढे आहे अवघड यमयातना पांडुरंग श्रीरंग भजो रे मना. विषयांचे सुख द्वाड येते आहे बहु गोड. So sweet is the enjoyments, worldly enjoyments. पुढे आहे अवघड. Every saint, even in Kannada, there is one song. ಮೊದಲು ತೋರುತ್ತದೆ ಮಧುರ ವಿಷಯ ಸುಖ ಕಡೆಯಲಿ ದುಃಖ ಅನೇಕ ಹರಿ ಭಜನೆ ಮಾಡೋ ನಿರಂತರ. If you go on, every saint has told this and gone. Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna tells in the last 18th chapter, he goes there. And the difference, yattadagre vishamiva, pariname sukha. First it looks like a poison, then it gives the everlasting joy, that is sattvika joy. Yattadagre, like first in the beginning it looks like great joy, and then it becomes pariname vishamiva. It reverses, that is rajasika sukha. First it looks like great joy is coming to, then it is a dukkha yonaya evate. Continuous, it's a parampara, dukkha parampara it's going to follow. So he says, don't go. This is established in her, Maitreyi's heart, that by mistake also she will not touch the worldly things. As Yajnavalkya is explaining to her, she is able to understand, clearly grasp. And after everything he goes on telling, he gives another example. Look at the salt, a block of salt. It has come from ocean. They have taken, evaporated the water and made it salt ball. Throw it in the water again. It dissolves. Like that the individual dissolves in the absolute. Having attained this individuality, you have to seek Brahman, you have to seek Atman, and you will get it. She says, you are telling all these days, Atman is not a thing to be attained, and you are telling attaining it. No, it is. I am not telling something contrary. The identification with body, because of your ignorance of that, you have identified with the body and all this is going on. Play is going on. When the ignorance goes away, what you are, you are. With that, all these explanations, she will go and sit in a corner, and then there is absolute hush, silence after his discourse. She goes and sits. And as it is, she is experiencing what he has told all things. Before he leaves, she is already an enlightened soul. See, this is what is called inner purity, Chitta Shuddhi. Chitta Shuddhi is that identification with the body has caused everything, all this what we have acquired is just because of the identification with the body in waking state. Can you enter into superconscious state? Somehow struggle, struggle. Don't disturb your life in the world. Let it go on by itself, secure life. Attend to all things as if you are a greedy person running after the world. Internally, be totally detached. God doesn't see. Ramakrishna says again and again, কে কোথায় পড়ে আছে কি করছে এটা কখনো ঠাকুর দেখেন না ভাবগ্রাহী জনার্দন. He goes on telling, God sees what is your bhavana, where you are, what you are doing. He will never see you. So let the world, life in the world go as it is going. Let none know your bhavana inside. In deep within, you have the intimate relationship. Don't disturb your family life telling that I am a spiritual aspirant, I will do sadhana and all this. This is all making tom-tom without any reality. The real sadhakas are silent from within. The whole thing is going on within. See, if you go to the monasteries and see, almost all are working from morning till night. But at least 5 to 10% of the sadhus will attain very high spiritual status before they leave the body. One or two realize God and go. With all you cannot imagine how much of work load will be there, and but totally uninvolved they work from morning till night, taking all the responsibility. This is what is expected of us. We have to do. This is Yajnavalkya's small, it's beautiful things we have in our Vedas. This is the personal instruction apart from the text we are studying. We will go back to the text for another 15 minutes or so. Just because all these studies ultimately must lead you to God. The world will have this, what we have sat and talked. I am going to put in words also. But the thing, what we need is realization. For that part, you have to struggle. So we'll go back to the creative process of the universe. Simple. Don't make anything complicated. Understand it clearly and keep with you. Anybody asking anytime, even when you are asleep, you must be able to explain what is God, what am I, what is all these things. You must be clear. Being born as a Hindu, understand few principles which is told in the Bhagavad Gita. These are all this come in Bhagavad Gita. You can see later on. I have elaborated, given all the details. Everything is given there in sutra form. To explain that and bring out the meaning is little difficult. If you read all this and then enter into Bhagavad Gita, you will clearly understand every bit of things. So, just like we sleep and nothing exists for us in deep sleep, like that whole universe, we are microcosm, macrocosm. They are built on the same principle. Just like we sleep, the whole universe turns into energy and merges in the absolute existence. What is this absolute existence? We call it Brahman, absolute. And it is, Brahman means Brahat, vast, unimaginable dimension. Beyond it, nothing exists. Apart from it, nothing exists. Then it is called Brahman. It is an ocean of bliss, peace, love, absolute. It is conscious. It's consciousness itself. No parts, no body, nothing. It is Ananda Sagara. You are that Ananda Sagara. If you go within, transcend one by one layers you have put on, The innermost core, when you enter, you will see you are infinite, eternal. At a point in your existence, you have, through a point you are interacting with this world. World is also within the Divine Mother we saw. The power of the universal consciousness. So we saw the whole thing will dissolve, and again when the time comes, emergence, the Sharada is there as the Jnana Shakti, the knowledge is stored in the Absolute. It at the proper time, throbbing or pulsation begin, and the waves of love begin. At that time, the Divine Mother is from the Satchidananda, she becomes Mahakali. We call her Mahakali because Mahakala is there. Then a transcendental love, the waves of love form, and she is called Chidanandamayi, Chidananda Swarupini. Then the slowly separation is there. Paranada begins. The waves of ripples of love will become a little stronger wave-like, and it's called Paranada. And the Divine Mother is becoming the slowly that awareness of the past cycle makes her, oh, I have a purpose. So Satchit Swarupini she becomes. Ananda is decreasing. Satchidananda, Ananda, Satchit, existence, and she is becoming conscious of the next path, the footing that she has to keep. Dhruvapada, she is Dhruvapada. She is going to keep her fit. So then she is called Satchit Swarupini. Then Jnana Shakti is Sharada, again I have given here. There also in the top, the knowledge also must come as Sharada. Then when the I will become many will come in that wave, I will become many. Then she is called Adi Parashakti, because it is the Adi, first starting. Adi is starting, Antya is ending. Starting point, oh, I will become many. It is starting. Universe is going to start with that idea. I am going to. That she is Adi Parashakti, the supreme power, Parashakti, supreme power at the beginning of the universe. From there the universe is going to conceive. Then she compresses into the Chaitanya aspect will have omniscience, omnipresence, and omnipotence is coming here. The power is acquiring Sattva Raja Tamas, she is projecting. The Chaitanya aspect is projecting omniscience, omnipresence, and omnipotence. How beautiful you see. As you wake up, see, it is similar to you are waking up. You are waking up, your understanding is there. I know this, I know that. And I will do this, I will do that. Two aspects of yours. So when you wake, as you wake up, the ego comes, I, and all things. Eyes start seeing, ears start hearing. All Prakriti is working. The power is already working. You start talking. All powers are working, and you are there as supporting all that and receiving the information from all the senses vehicles are carrying to you. Same thing happens in the cosmic level. The power is projecting out Sattva Rajatama. Sattva Rajatama is activity, knowledge, cognition, and inertia, matter. It is going to project the matter, movement, and perception. So Sattva Rajatama is, she has become Sattva Rajatama, Trigunamayi she is becoming now. Mula Prakriti, then she becomes Bindu Vasini. She condenses into a Bindu because duality cannot be there in Brahman. She opens up herself like a balloon, and inside is she creates the space and time. Bindu Vasini, then there in that Bindu she spins because she wants the Chaitanya to be brought into, otherwise existence won't be there. Chaitanya to be brought into the creation. Now when we sleep, we dream. Mind creates a dream world. No, it cannot have existence. So what does mind do is, it brings Chaitanya into the dream world. That's why it looks real to you as long as you are there. It is looking real because Chaitanya is there recognizing all that. Consciousness is there. Like that, in dream world, mind is dragging the consciousness to make you conscious of the world. Like that, Divine Mother is dragging the consciousness in this dream world of the universe to make this all exist. Existence means consciousness must be there. So she is becoming Chinmayi, Chaitanyamayi. She is becoming. And then she is projecting out inside slowly. She was Paranada, she became Bindu, and as Aparanada, she is expanding from within. The Aparanada. As Aparanada, as she is projecting out time and space, Sattva-Rajatama is taking its full manifestation. Sattva-Rajatama is taking full manifestation. This region, before the material space comes into existence, the region is called trans-relative existence. In this trans-relative existence, you can go and stay. The whole universe going to this dissolution and reappearing, you can witness if you stay in this trans-relative existence. Saptarishis, they are supposed to be there. Some of you can go and stay there after realization. If you transcend the Kala Chakra, Niyama Chakra and Karma Chakra. So this is the trans-relative existence. Then the creation begins. Akasha, Akashad Vayu, Vayu Agni, Agni Apa, Adve Prithvi. Space is formed. The moment space is formed, it is like holding a ring in the space. Just a ring, the girls and all put on the stomach, gur 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 de gumuno. That ring or rim of a vehicle, you just hold in the air. Nothing has happened, but space looks limited. A little limitation is brought into your window. Infinite space, a window is limiting that. Only this much space is visible. Put the head outside the window and see, it is infinite. If come inside and see, it is limited. Like that, the Chaitanya is made into limitation. The Divine Mother has brought the Chaitanya into limitation. So, space is formed. Akasha, from Akasha, Vayu. Space, from space, air comes into existence. Last time we saw extra properties it goes on acquiring. So why this order is kept, we saw one more property. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. One by one is adding up. So as the matter is increasing, consciousness decreases. Vayu, the space, Akasha was infinite like. Vayu comes, matter is increased, Chaitanya decreased. Agni, little more decreased. Jala, little more decreased, Chaitanya. Last, Prithvi. It is very little Chaitanya is there. Lot of matter. So, this limitation that comes down, little by little, that's why Divine Mother is represented by inverted triangle. She brings down the consciousness to the level of the matter. In Sri Chakra and all, Divine Mother is represented always by inverted triangle. Chaitanya is represented always by upward triangle. This is Divine Mother's form. This is this. power and Chaitanya. These two triangles intersect always. One is involution, one is evolution. So this process of now all this, because it is projecting from the Sattva Rajatamas, all will have Sattva Rajatama. From Sattvamsha we will have individually the 5 sense organs, Sattva, its perception. Then collectively mind and intellect. Here from Rajas we will have Pancha Karmendriya and then Pranas, Pancha Pranas. And the remaining Tamas part will get cut into half. Each half will remain as it is, other half is divided into 4 and joins the other. This again from all other 4 parts. In each, suppose this Akasha, there is only 50% of the Tattva Akasha. The Akasha is principle, only 50% is there. Other 1/8. The other half is made into 4 parts. Akasha, other than Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Apa, Prithvi will be there 1/8. So it makes whole. This is the Prithvi Tattva. Only half is Prithvi, gross Prithvi. Half is Prithvi, matter. And the other 1/8 other parts. So this forms. As this is forming, the 24 cosmic principles have come out. Pancha Jnanendriya, Pancha Karmendriya, Pancha Prana, Pancha Tattva, and then Buddhi Manas. All these 24 cosmic principles have appeared. The whole universe is, they get mixed up, they form, organize themselves in a beautiful way to form this beautiful universe. It will have 14 planes of existence. Bhu, Bhuva, Swaha, Mahajana, Tapa, Satyam, Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Rasatala, Mahatala, Patala. 14 planes of existence for jivas to live. In each plane, according to their karmic load, they will be there working out their karma. We are all here in this world now. We don't know. We may go to Swarga or we may go to some Atala Vitala also according to our karma. So, in human life, we have the opportunity to transcend the nature also and go. That's why saints again and again tell, human life is most precious, don't waste, go, attain. Before you leave the body and go somewhere, finish it off. When you are alive, you must know that I have realized God. I am free. That must come. So it is possible. It is possible. All of you can. Even now, the old people also can struggle and attain. They can finish their task and go. So, how much you long for it, how much you are able to sacrifice for it. Innermost consciousness, feel it. Yes, I have to finish this task. Okay, so after this, slowly jivas come into picture. Like golden spangles in chemical analysis, we add certain chemicals and then in that small precipitation is there, like crystallization. Golden spangles appear. Like that jivas appear. They acquire all that is placed here. Karmendriya, Jnanendriya, body forms, and all jivas come back to the position as they were. Birds becomes birds. Last the cycle end, how it was there. Same thing. Corona becomes corona, and all things will become as they are in the end of the world. So this is what we see. The whole thing is in that particular. Now the universe is ready. At that time, the internal cycles go on operating. A jiva is born, it's growing, another jiva is taking birth, this is going away. The plant cycle, this, that, everything is going, has to go on. And jivas are aspiring for different things. One wants to realize God. One wants to get entangled in the world. So many things are there. So, 3 powers again manifest. These powers are Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati. These are, after the Jiva comes, again their manifestation will be there. I went to somebody's house one day. Then I tapped, some boy came suddenly and opened the door. He doesn't know when to open, to ask who has come and all. Children, you see, they are eager to open the door and see who has come. I went inside and saw one grown-up man who is working in the office and all. He is coming out from below the table. I asked, what is this? He is playing with the child. Now he has become a child. This is artificially, he is walking on the floor with the child. The child is walking on the floor. Wherever it goes, he follows it. It has gone below the cot, he will also slip into the below the cot. He is moving about. Like that, the Divine Mother takes upon herself these acts of, because the Jivas need it. Jivas aspire for certain thing. The child is aspiring for father to walk on the floor. So he is able to. If child is not there, he will not go on walking in the floor and take them to do two dolls and play if nobody is there. When child is there, he will acquire those qualities. He will also, he will take a doll and then make it sleep. All for the sake of. Like that, Divine Mother takes her part as the creative aspect, as the sustainer aspect, and the destructive aspect. So, Mahalakshmi, Mahakali, Mahasaraswati come into picture to erase all the... See, I want to get rid of my vasanas. I will call on Divine Mother. The three together is called, collectively is called Durga. In Durga, Mahalakshmi, Mahakali, Mahasaraswati are together, all the three powers. Just like certain powers are given to certain prime minister or something, so many powers he will have collectively. Military powers, this, that and all, till military takes over the country. So like that, powers are given. So when we say Durga, it is inclusive of all these three powers together. Individually, now I want to get rid of vasanas. So many vasanas there, lives after lives it is driving me. So I want to get rid of. I will call upon Mahakali. Ma, you are the destructive power. Destruct all the defects in me. Bhajananji Maharaj used to tell us when we are joined newly in the ashrama as brahmacharis, he used to tell us, keep Sharada Mata in your mind. You have to work in the world. Let mind be calm and joyful, cooperative to all. Whoever wants anything, you will be helping. You will be able to love all. Keep Sharda Devi in your mind. And in the heart, let Kali dance. The wild dance of destruction of all the vasanas that you have. Let her purify inside, that God comes and sits there. So, these powers we cling to, I am without any help. I cannot sustain myself. So, I have to struggle for then I will call on Mahalakshmi. Mother, give me this much that I don't go hungry. I am able to do my sadhanas nicely, and I am able to, whoever comes to me, I will not send empty-handed. Kabir tells to God, give me only this much that I won't be hungry, and who comes to my door will not go hungry stomach. So this, just to sustain things, we cling to these powers. And certain things we have to, you see, Rama going for final yuddha to with Ravana, he invokes Durga. That is untimely invoking. That has become the Sharadiya Durga Puja. Otherwise, actually, Durga Puja comes in Chaitra Masa. Chet Durga, Nava Durga is in Chet. But after Rama invoked Durga for entering into the war with Ravana, he invokes Divine Mother, worships her. Mother, I am going for war. Give me success. Like that, we are also in the same war field. Internal war is going on, external war is going on. A third war has begun, Corona war. That is also going on. So you have to, that all these things, every moment we need power. We need power for everything, from small to big, to keep myself vigil at night. Rama and Lakshmana, Sita will be going. Lakshmana goes to help Rama and protect him in every possible way. First night, Rama he spreads bed for, brings fresh grass and spreads for, he's becoming frozen. I am becoming frozen, I think. See, movement is not there. So, in this one I am freezed. So, he first night, after putting Rama and Sita in the bed for sleeping, he comes and starts watching over. He keeps his Dhanush Bana and sits in the Virasana. He cannot sleep. He is a watchman now, Chokidar. So he sits, within no time, tung tung, it starts knocking down. I want to sleep, drowsiness is coming. He tries to struggle, he will stand up, move about this, that. Whatever he does, sleep is not leaving him. Then he invokes the Devi of Nidra Devi and prays. Please help me during this 14 years of Rama's Vanavasa, I will not get sleep. Afterwards, you can give me as much sleep as you want. Whatever you want to do. Mother blesses him. And all the 14 years, he doesn't sleep. Not even a single day, not even a single moment. War goes on. But he never sleeps. After coming back, when Rama's Pattabhisheka is going on, Lakshmana will be holding the chhatra. He starts getting sleep. Slowly, keeping his head on the Rama's shoulder, he is sleeping holding it. Then everybody will be, oh, what is this? Such a great ceremony is going on and he is sleeping. Rama says, let him sleep. 14 years, he has not slept. So, in sadhana, now and then, everything to cross over, everything to, we seek help, we need help. This help comes to us from the Divine Mother who has made us sit within her. And you see, in this world, wherever except Divine Mother, nothing is there. She has become all this. She herself has transmuted herself into this universe. Can you understand? Your mind is, you have so many complaints about your own mind. Your mind is Divine Mother. Your body is Divine Mother. Your speech is Divine Mother. Your whole existence is Divine Mother. Apart from that, your own real form is Chaitanya Swarupa. Where are you? How nice you see. The world you see around, about which we have so many complaints about the people with whom we live. She is like this, he is like that is like this is like that. How many complaints, how many things. We forget Divine Mother has become all this. When once you understand this, you become silent. Whom to blame, whom to... Rama and Lakshmana have to be going on in forest. And then the evening comes. It is time for their Sandhya. The nearby river will be there. They approach the river. In the twilight, they don't keep Dhanush on the ground anytime. Like we don't keep the books on the ground. It is an honor given to that. So Rama takes one bana and puts on the earth and then hangs his Dhanush and goes for bath. When he is moving, Lakshmana sees blood is coming out. No, Rama himself sees when he strikes for hanging, blood is coming out. He calls Lakshmana, Lakshmana, see what is this? Then Lakshmana takes out this one, sand all around, and there was a big frog. He has hit into the frog. Then Rama immediately takes out that arrow and then removes all the blood, this, that and all, gives it comfort and tells, I would have gone away for bath, you would have died. You did not make even a sound. I had if you had not made sound, I would have known at least you are there. I would have gone away, I saw the blood. Why did you not shout? Then the frog says, whenever anybody harms me, I call Ram, Ram. But when Rama himself has put the arrow, whom shall I call on? So this is what we find in our lives. This is when we understand all this is Divine Mother. First thing we become is silent. I have no complaints. All actions, all things are going on is Divine Mother. Ramakrishna beautifully says, all the 24 cosmic principles is Divine Mother. Somebody asks, why there is so much suffering in the world? Thakur is in some other state. He says, who is suffering? It is he who has become this universe. He is suffering. Where are you? The false ego, false identity with the body we have developed. When will this ignorance go away in us? When will we get that light that I am the Atman, imperishable, immortal being? It is this that we have to aspire for. And that is why Divine Mother manifests as Durga, as Mahakali, Mahalakshmi and Mahasaraswati. We will end here today. So the process of creation, we have finished. The whole thing. How you sleep, how you wake up. Same way, the universe sleeps, universe wakes up. The cycle goes on and on and on. Yes. How do one's will seek God? With the intentions behind will or sincerity in the will? How do we know for certain that that's our will for life?
Continuing question for weekly and daily.
I don't know what is there. Anyway, see, will is, there are various faculties in us. We have bodily existence, one important thing. We have intelligence, we have a will, Ichcha Shakti, and we have a heart to love. These are four important aspects of our existence. In and through the body, when we commune with God, it is called Karma Yoga. Through Buddhi, when we do, it is Jnana Yoga. When I do through the heart, it is Bhakti and Bhakti Yoga. And through the will, when I exercise my will to control my mind, meditate on God, it becomes Raja Yoga. The four yogas are the four aspects of our existence. Broadly, all paths in the world can be brought into these four aspects according to our existence. So, will is an important part. I will. So, willing, Ichha Shakti. So, there is, when I will, the question of sincerity and doesn't come. I am willing it. I will it. Behind it is always what I am going to achieve, what I am going to yield, what for. That is there. Intention is there. Sincerity is, will itself is a sincere thing. Sincerity need not be acquired. But will must be strong enough never to leave it. That's what I tell these people. I cannot, under no condition, I can leave my morning prayers. How many days, how many places I lived. Forest I lived alone, but at 5 o'clock I will be there sitting. Wherever I am, whether it is in ashrama, in somebody's house, wherever I am, at 5 I am there for meditation. That is something like woe of my life. Certain things that willing is, that will should never be done bhanga. A sankalpa, it's called, in Sanskrit we call it sankalpa. Sankalpa bhanga should not happen anytime. If I say I will go, Ramakrishna used to go, you tell, I have to go to toilet, I will go to toilet. Then he will feel, oh, no necessity. But still, it is not coming, still he will go sit and come. It comes through the tapas. Tapas is required to develop this will. Little by whatever tapas I do, giving, fasting for a day during Ekadashis, all these are to develop this willpower. With this will, we can achieve anything. Will must be made strong and will should never be broken. Once you take a resolution, this was the first lesson given to us when we joined. When the initiation, I was going for initiation. So when Swamiji, elderly Swamiji called it, taking initiation, see that morning and evening upasana is never left. Guru has told to do morning and evening, see that it is never left. Without doing upasana, don't take your morning breakfast. Without finishing your upasana, don't go to sleep. So that you will never miss. So that how much willpower is there, must be there. How much strong your resolution must be there. Throughout life not to leave. This is something like Bhishma Pratigna. Yes, I have done the Pratigna. I will never go back on my words. Rama says, Pran jai, par vachan nahi jai. My life may go, but my words will not go. That kind of will you have to develop. Nicely you have to develop. Then you see, whatever the sankalpa matrena, just by sankalpa you will be achieving. And if you hold on to truth without even the slightest error in the truth for 12 years, then whatever you tell become true. Because nothing untrue can appear in your mind, in your thought. Like that, this is also will. Anything else? How should we surrender the misdeeds done in the past to Divine Mother so that the mind becomes free from guilt? Thakur says, Sri Ramakrishna says, Ami ja korechi ar korbo na, eta bole na ami bishwash kor. Sri Ramakrishna says in Bengali, you just tell what I have done, I will not do again. And don't bother about the past. Have faith in the name of God. Go on repeating the name of God. It is like holding on to a chain. Link by link, you are moving towards God. You can be free from all guilts of the past. Krishna also promises in Bhagavad Gita. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshaishyami masucha. I will release you from all the past sins. Don't worry, because Arjuna in the first chapter, Arjuna Vishada Yoga, he says, we will be acquiring sin, we will be acquiring sin. Again and again he says, I will release you from all these sins. Don't worry, he says, Krishna. Give up. He has told so many dharmas from the first chapter, second chapter. Karma, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, this, that, Vishwarupa Darshana, all this he has done. And finally he asked to do so many types of yogas. He teaches. Finally he says, give up all that. I have told for sake of telling. You need not do all that. Let others who can do, will do. You need not. Surrender to me. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. In our training center, one brahmacharya asked, Principal Maharaj was taking us the Bhagavad Gita. The brahmacharya asked, Sarva dharman parityaja, if all dharma is given up, only adharma will remain. Here dharma means what all I have told, asked you to do, you give up and take surrender to me. Surrender to me. Sarva dharma mamekam sharanam vraja. Ekam sharanam vraja. Completely surrender to me. Aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshaisha. Don't worry about anything. I will release you from all the... God has that power to erase the karma. What we need is to love God intimately and surrender. Slowly we have to acquire the quality of surrender and love of God. You need not worry about the past. You need not worry about present also. If you are doing some mistake, don't worry. Everything will go away. God is there to take care of all that. See that you will not forget God any moment. At all times you are in constant touch with Him, holding on to Him. That's all. Inevitably, unavoidably, or as a duty, we may have to do many things which are against dharma many times, because you are a police, you are in war, you are in business. Something here and there, knowingly, unknowingly, error will be happening. Don't bother. See that I should not forget God. I should not forget God. Keeping all other things, if you forget God, it has no meaning. And leave as things happen. You take care. I don't know. I am holding on to you. I should not forget you. I should not forget you. This is most important, is not to forget God and do everything. It becomes, God will see, I don't remember that song, in Marathi, one song is there, whatever mistake I have done in my life, God is showing it as right thing to the world. I'm doing mistakes and he is showing it as a right and real. God will show it to us. God will make your karmas beneficial to you. So you need not worry much about those things. See that you will not forget God any time, any moment. Practice this, practice this. When I was going to college, in early my life's second year graduation, first year graduation, almost pre-university I started, I should not forget God. I should not. I will play, I will do, I will learn, do everything. Going to the college is not an easy thing. But I used to take vow in the morning. I will not forget God. I will not stop my mantra. I used to miss. But that sankalpa, every day I will take again that vow. I know I will not be able to maintain. But after 8 months of constant struggle, I started gaining grip. Frequency goes on increasing. The thought of God starts coming frequently. Oh, how did I miss? How did I miss? Then you will see that there is continuity and you will not forget God. How difficult to think of God, later on it will become same difficult to think of the world and forget God. Sometimes I sit for chanting, I forget what I have to chant. I know what I have to chant. Suppose Durga Saptashati, this one, Kavacha we have to read in the afternoon for the world welfare of the corona crisis. We are doing 3 times a day different things. So 3:30 I start I have to remember. Oh, what is that Kavacha? How it begins? I will see somebody's face. I've been doing it. I don't keep a book also, but my mind I cannot take out from God. I find it so difficult. Nowadays, now I writing about the scriptures and thinking how to present the inexperiencible to. I cannot convey my experience. I cannot touch you and give you that knowledge which Ramakrishna gave to others. But I want you to experience it. So, only way is to talk and give. Anything else? After Pralay, when new universe is formed, do we go back to the same place, same family, same situation which was present at the time of yes? Do we get a new beginning? Yes. Just like there is a film going on, projector film is going on, current goes off. And after some time, current again comes. It starts from where it has stopped. It will not go back or front. It has stopped in a particular place, it will continue. Exactly same situations, exactly same thing. That's why the Darwin theory of evolution, this, that and all, it looks like children's stories. Oh, nice. Because in Hinduism and as a part of realization, there is no somewhere starting point and ending point anywhere. It's a circle. In circle, there is no starting and ending point. It's a cycle. It's going on and on. We don't believe in, nor the realized souls have told that there is some point where it began and some point where it ends. No. So it will begin in the same way. Over. Yes. Wish you all the best. At all times I will be now and then I will be praying for you. That's all what I can push you from behind. Give you the map, give you the vehicle, and you have to drive and go. I can make prayer, that's all the maximum thing I can do. हे प्रार्थना जगदीश से यह स्वर्ग सम संसार हो, अति उच्चतम जीवन बने परमार्थमय व्यवहार हो। ना हम रहे अपने लिए, हमको सभी से गर्ज है। गुरुदेव ए आशीष दो, जो सोचने का फर्ज है। हम हो पुजारी तत्व के, गुरुदेव के आदेश के, सच प्रेम के नित नेम के, सद्धर्म के सत्कर्म के। हो चीड़ झूठी राह की, अन्याय की अभिमान की, सेवा करन में दास की, परवाह नहीं हो जान की। छोटे न हो हम बुद्धि से, हो विश्वमय से ईशमय, हो राममय और कृष्णमय, जगदेवमय जगदीशमय। हर इंद्रियों पर ताब कर, हम वीर हो अति वीर हो। उज्ज्वल रहे सर से सदा, निज धर्म रथ खंबीर हो। अति शुद्ध हो आचार से, तन मन हमारा सर्वदा। अध्यात्म की शक्ति हमें पल भी नहीं कर दे जुदा। इस अमर आत्मा का हमें हर श्वास भर में गत रहे। गर मौत भी तो आ गई, सुख दुख हमसे सम रहे। गर मौत भी तो आ गई, सुख दुख हमसे सम रहे। सुख दुख हमसे सम रहे।